James Kelly, welcome.
Thank you, sir. We move on to compassion. Now, this is the one that I need you to lean in a little bit for some of you. This typically for men is a little bit harder to do, but lean in. The reason why I say lean in is that what I found by a lot of these leaders is compassion is how they actually created a bond. Passion is how they created additional trust, more loyalty. Compassion is also the hardest thing to do. But there are two types of compassion. There's the other compassion, and there's the self-compassion. One of the most compassionate industries in the world are nurses. Nurses are so compassionate. The problem with nurses is they're also the least compassionate towards themselves. And it's my belief that if you can't be compassionate towards yourself, you can't begin to maximize your compassion for other people. And compassion for yourself might be sleeping, eating, working out, forgiving yourself for a mistake. A lot of times, my wife is a type A personality, and she really struggles with forgiving herself for making a mistake. It's hard to do, but it's necessary. And so, from this compassion, I skipped the voice on this one from a time perspective. What you can do from this is do two things, and I think these are really important lessons, and I use these all the time. Listen with intent. I was on a meeting last week with this woman who was in charge of a division of her company, and she cut me, and I was there voluntarily, by the way. I did stuff for them for free. She cut me off and two of her employees off consistently, never listening to an idea, never taking anything they said on board, nothing. And you could see their faces just look dejected and frustrated and unheard and unrespected. We all want to be heard, right? So I say, show compassion by listening with intent. When you listen with intent, you're listening to learn, you're listening to innovate, not listening to talk. The other thing I would say is, take your glasses off, switch your lens. When you start a conversation with somebody from a different perspective, looking through their eyes and their lens, you actually start to bridge an understanding and create a compassionate relationship with it. That word compassion is so loaded for many people. And there's a difference between compassion and empathy. Empathy is, I've been there, I've done that, I feel that emotion. Compassion is taking that one step further and saying, I've been there, I've done that, and I know you're suffering, and I want to relieve that. Now, the word suffering is another loaded word, right? Suffering can be something as simple as, man, I'm really thirsty. Can you give me some water, please? Great, thanks. That's a minor thing, but it goes a long way. Again, it's about building trust. It's about building loyalty. It's about building respect. When we think about this from a leadership perspective, it can also be something as if a family member passes away, take as much time as you need. I've been in situations where people have passed away, and the boss wouldn't give me as much time as I need. I need you here. So it's them before you. When you put yourself before your team won't put you first either. Right? The best leaders are the ones who actually follow from behind and just nudge the people where to go.